Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Best Life and Beyond. The sun is getting ready to set, so you know what that means. It is time to make some dinner. And as promised, I'm gonna show you that zucchetti squash pumpkin style looking pasta. We're just gonna make it the way I make it. I'm gonna set up a nice little like dinner arrangement out here. Even though it'll be dark out there, we'll be listening to the waves, probably bring some candles out. It'll be really nice. So let's go. All right, so as I showed you, there is the pasta and the pasta sauce we're gonna be using. This pasta sauce I've had before. It kind of, the best way I can explain how it tastes is that it's almost like a SpaghettiOs tasting sauce. So it's just a little bit more creamy than your average tomato pasta sauce. I've already prepped the ingredients that I'm going to be putting in. I got 2 cloves of garlic, about half of an onion. You can use whatever stuff you want, by the way, here. And then I threw in a yellow bell pepper just because I love the color. I think this was like maybe 5 or 6 mushrooms, and then 1 zucchini squash. And I put them in smaller pieces. You want all of your pieces of, you know, onion and vegetables to be in the same kind of size. That way you're not biting into a giant piece of onion and a small piece of bell pepper. Obviously garlic is the only exception because it's minced. And we start with the pan. Probably gonna turn it on maybe like number 7 there, so medium-high heat. Once that pan gets nice and hot, I just put a little splash of olive oil in there, and we are going to first put the turkey in. This is just the order I go in, and it seems to work fine for me. You can use any meat you want. I just like to use ground turkey because it's a little bit better for you. So we are going to break up the meat with a wooden instrument. You don't have to use wood. Again, this is all just preference. We're just going with it. I'm not even following a recipe. This is just something that I do at least once a week as I make a pasta, but we're just switching it up since we're using the fall stuff. Now, a very important thing to do is make sure we season every layer. So pretty much almost every time we put something in, we're gonna make sure that we season it. And you can do whatever seasonings you like. The ones I do, for the most part all the time, and doing today, is black pepper, some salt, and a little bit of garlic powder. But we also are very big garlic fans, so you'll see how much garlic we actually end up putting in here. But garlic's good for you. All right, now that it is all cooked through, we are going to add everything seen here. A big thing to know when you're making anything with chopped up garlic is to never add it in the pan by itself. You want to make sure you're adding it on like a bed of something. So like we're adding it in with a bunch of vegetables and with the meat. So if not, it will burn really quickly and it gets really bitter and it's super gross. So again, we're gonna add all this in. We're gonna add the zucchini in later because it cooks way faster and I don't want it to just turn into mush. Let's pop these suckers in. Okay, I made sure to season everything with salt and pepper once again because we have to remember we season in layers. And then I threw in just a little bit more olive oil just because we don't want it to burn that garlic, so we gotta be really careful. I'm still keeping it at medium-high heat just so that these onions will start to cook down faster, as well as the bell pepper. All right, well that's going to town there, cooking away. I thought we'd take a quick look at this pasta. If you haven't had this before, just be aware that it is actually a butternut squash flavor. I honestly thought that I had had it last year, but I don't think I did. Because now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't remember anything like butternut squash flavored. The instructions to cook this pasta, I always make sure I check because you never know. Sometimes they recommend rinsing it, not rinsing it, putting it in for more time, adding more water, salting or not salting. It says for this, we just boil water, about 6 quarts, add salt, pasta, and stir, boil uncovered, and we'll put it in. I usually will do about 7 to 8 minutes because I like mine a little bit more al dente, and also because once this is cooked, I'm adding it directly into the sauce, so it'll cook a little bit more. Really simple ingredients: wheat, semolina, butternut squash, and paprika for color. So I guess it will have a very light squash flavor. Should be good. Alright, this is going to be really hard to see because of the steam, so I'm going to zoom up. But do you see that brown char that we're getting? It's when you start to smell the onions. That's what we're looking for. That's all good flavor right there. Next, I'm going to add some tomato paste. You can add as much or as little as you want. I'm actually going to add a lot. There's a lot of squash going on in this dish, and I really like tomato flavor more than anything, so I'm going to add quite a bit of this. And just mix it in there. I know it seems weird because it's pretty dry, but now we're going to add the zucchini in, and then we will add in the pasta sauce. You can always add some more olive oil right now if you want to, if you don't want to mess around. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but today I won't. Let's slide the zooks in there. Get in there, little buggers. Okay, our zucchini friends have now joined the party. I'm going to add a little bit more salt and pepper now. And again, when I'm adding salt and pepper, I'm just kind of adding a pinch. I'm not saying to like go crazy and just go salt, 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 but honestly, that's how you build flavor. So I'm going to add that right now. All right, and now the best part, we're going to add in that sauce. I also noticed that it's made with pumpkin and butternut squash. To make sure we get everything, and to kind of thin it out a little bit, I put a little bit of water, the drinking water obviously. I put a little bit of drinking water in here and shake it up. Sorry, this is so out of focus. And then we'll pour it in there. Now we are going to let this glorious concoction just kind of simmer. So I turned it down really, really low. We'll just let this kind of simmer and cook a little bit while we wait for our pasta water to start boiling. And in the meanwhile, I think we better go look outside and see what the conditions look like. Okay. Getting a little more color in the sky. It's actually a nice low tide. We could have walked down there, but had to get dinner started because I started it a little too late. Before I toss that pasta in the boiling hot water, I'm going to make this rustic apple tart that I got today. You just have to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, set it on there in the middle rack for about 20 to 25 minutes, so should time out perfectly. Farewell, apple tart. Alright, my bag ripped open, but here we go. Woo! In goes the pasta. And I make sure I always set a timer because you just never know if you're gonna lose track of time. All right, now that the pasta is done, I am mixing it all together there. And the most important element before this is finished is to add some lemon juice. People think I'm crazy when I tell them I do this, but I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. It completely like brightens the dish back up, just adds intense, delicious flavor, especially when you're making anything with like tomatoes. I just think lemon is the secret ingredient there. So then we'll top it with some Parmesan and serve it up. Spencer is being so annoying right now. You are tired. Okay, so I squeezed the lemon on, we've plated it up, put a little bit of Parmesan. Stop singing that song! He won't stop singing that Charlie Daniels song. Okay, I don't know what I was saying, but now we're gonna go outside and eat because it's food time. Alright, as the ocean crashes, just because I'm filming this, I thought it'd be fun to bring some candles to the game for some ambiance. And we got the food set up here. Are you hungry?
Oh my god, I'm so hungry.
Alright, why don't you take a bite and tell us what you think?
Okay.
Good? Really good? Like, would you want seconds? 10 out of 10, would you eat it again?
Yes.
Alright.
Absolutely.
And you're not just saying that though? You gotta be brutally honest here. We don't want to mislead people and then they make it and they're like, wow, this was terrible, Katie.
I like the texture of the pasta though.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, it's a butternut squash pasta, so And they're like little pumpkins. You can't really see them anymore.
So
but
it's a squashta?
it's a squashta. But so hopefully if you guys try this, let me know what you think and if you find it as delicious as we do. I just know I tried the sauce already, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. All right, the apple tart is done. And it smells like heaven on earth in here. I don't know if you can see the up close. Oh my goodness. And the bad part is I totally forgot to get vanilla ice cream, so we're just kind of having this as it. I'm actually really sad about that too. Thank you for doing the dishes. All right, our a la mode list. No, I feel like you should be the first taster. And see how it tastes.
It smells good.
Tell me what you think. Is it delicious?
It's tasty, but definitely missing ice cream.
Oh, I know. Dang it. I'm sad. Should I protest and just not eat my piece? Maybe I'm just gonna be like, you know what? No ice cream.
Let's try the crust.
Okay. The tart crust.
Oh, that's the best part.
Is it?
Oh, oh.
Okay. Okay. So we can eat that without a la mode? It looks delicious.
That crust right there.
So good, huh?
You know what it tastes like?
What?
Like a way better version of a McDonald's apple pie.
Okay. Those are really good.
They are really good.
All right, Trader Joe's, good job.
Yeah.
We salute you. Next time we won't forget ice cream. All right, well that wraps up this dinner time fantastic amazingness. I hope you guys liked it. If you want to see more,
I did.
well that's good. If you want to see more videos like this from Best Life and Beyond, make sure you subscribe to our channel and leave a comment letting me know that you really did like it. If you want to support our channel, you can become one of our Patreon members. We'll link all the information in the description box below. Wait, and now Spence, can you
Oh, you want me to do my
Yeah, it's time.
All right, and we'll see you next time on Best Life and Beyond. Bye-bye, everybody.